You're doing well. My name is Sydney, and this week I wanted to do a work week in the life with me. I felt like this video is kind of important to make because I am less than 1 year post-grad. I graduated from Wayne State University in May of 2025 with a degree in graphic design and a minor in textile design, and I'm currently employed. It's a miracle. It is truly a miracle with the way that the employment situation is, especially for my generation right now. I thought this would be a good week to kind of do a work week in my life because I'm doing a variety of different things. So today I'm going in and experimenting with Incapso to try and make fake ice for a brand that reached out to us about a brand activation for like a liquor company. Then tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, I'm just like in the office. I've been working on a workflow organization system for them. I also have some mockups that I need to develop for a wedding that's coming up later this year. Oh, and then on Saturday, there is a wedding in the Eastern Market that I'm going to help set up. I haven't really seen much of what the warehouse crew has done for the decoration, but the inspiration pictures that I've seen are fabulous, and I can't wait to see how it all turns out. It's really cute. It's going to be a Valentine's Day wedding, and I know I'm working on Valentine's Day, but honestly, your girl's gotta work, your girl's gotta make money. So yeah, I'm heading into the office right now, and I will update you as the experimentation begins. Like I'd said earlier, I'm working with Incapso K today to do some experimentation. My boss had asked me to try and figure out how I could create some fake ice that's not only easy to transport, but could also hold up through some wear and tear. Figuring out how to make the fake ice was the easy part. There's so many ways to accomplish making fake ice. But the client who inquired about this brand activation hoped to travel with the setup we would create for him, so making something that was durable but light enough for air travel was really the tricky part. I've used resin and epoxy resin before to create molds, but I've never used Incapso, and while I could grasp how it would look and feel through videos online, I definitely wanted to use it for myself first before offering it as an idea to my boss and to the client. Throughout this experimentation process, the only trial that really worked to test this concept was the can inside of the cups. What you see me doing here ended up being a major fail, and in hindsight, I should have been able to predict that. I thought that the Incapso would end up staying on top of this paper cup and essentially using it as a mold, but of course it fell right off and didn't really do too much. Similar to resins, the Incapso does have to sit for 24 hours, so once I was done with my experimentations, I set them inside of a box so that they would be safe overnight while they dried. I'm running to Michael's really quick to pick up some epoxy resin to experiment with, and some roses that kind of vary in size and color from this, and glue sticks. Once I got back from Michael's with the epoxy resin, I essentially just did the same exact experimentation that I did with the Incapso K. This was kind of just proof of concept, as well as being able to show my boss the possibilities of both of these materials. Good morning. I'm going into the office again today. We're going to see how our little experimentations turned out. I think I just have some other admin work, maybe some quick mock-ups to develop as well. I also forgot to mention that I'm kind of working on 2 side projects outside of my main job. The first one being for Band Central, which is a new setlist organization band management app. So I've been working on the branding for that, as well as just a quick logo for my father-in-law for his LLC. So I'll have to hop on and show you guys my progress on that later tonight. I know I also want to edit these videos, which is important. But yeah, let's get on the road to work and have a good, productive day. So obviously the epoxy resin version of the experiment with these red solo cups did not go very well. But I will say I was very impressed with this Encapso. I thought that the feeling of it was so interesting. It really looked exactly like ice, and I thought that this could be a great potential idea for this project and brand activation. It's weird. I know it sounds a little crazy, but I'm honestly so excited to have my own desk to sit at. I love this pink room, and it's just so fun to sit at a desk and do work. I never really went into detail about what the company I work for does. We are an event decorating company and take on the decoration of events such as weddings, corporate events, conferences. Honestly, so many things, it doesn't really matter, but I would say a majority of the clients that we work with are weddings. Now, I've only worked here for about 2 months now, which is kind of crazy, and the role that I was hired into is a brand new role for the company. It's a small business, and it's been really exciting because I've kind of been able to develop my position and really set the standards for what this role could be. I never really dreamed about working for an event decorating company. In fact, most of my design history is in the music industry, but I will say I'm so pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoy doing this kind of work. I think it's nice to break away from things that I'm used to and most comfortable with. And I actually applied to the job because I saw a post on Instagram that they were looking for a designer and fabricator, and I got the job literally through an Instagram post. So don't forget to check Instagram for jobs. So yeah, here you see me doing some mock-up work. After the experimentations that we did, I went to my computer and finally started making the actual mock-ups for what the brand activation could look like and what we could do for the client. Maybe I can sprinkle a couple pictures in here, but we haven't heard back from this client yet, so I don't really want to give too much away. So like I said earlier, I am still new, so a lot of my role is being made up as I go, and I kind of just end up helping wherever they need help if my work is done. So here you will see me taking on the draping. There's a wedding that we're decorating this weekend, and they wanted a specific draping style with scalloped curtains, and my boss asked if I could figure out how to do it, and I'm never gonna say no or that I can't do it. So of course I got to work trying to figure out how to do this. I will say I've watched a lot of TikToks in the past of people setting up draping for events. So I was kind of excited to dabble and see what I could do with it. And I'm pretty good with fabric overall. I minored in textile design, so I know my way around a sewing machine. Today's mission is to sew some curtains. It's cool to have a job where all of the skills that I've kind of like accumulated over the years just for like my own personal enjoyment can be utilized. So yeah, my boss got some pink satin fabric, and this fabric needs to be turned into pipe and drape curtains. I don't think it will be that hard. I think this will actually be a pretty easy project. The only difficulty is that it's 12 feet long, so it's a bit of like a long piece of fabric. Okay, she's on. Yeah, so I had 10 curtains to make on this day, and we definitely probably should have planned ahead for this a bit better. I personally didn't realize that they were planning to use just straight up pink satin fabric as the backdrop curtains, which if you know anything about satin, that's a little bit insane if you can't secure it to anything. So yeah, I just decided why not bring in my sewing machine and make some curtains for them. I can't say they're the best curtains in the world, but they certainly did get the job done. Today is the last day of this work week. It is a Saturday. We're headed to Eastern Market and we're going to set up this wedding that I've been preparing for this week. You saw the pink heart, you saw the heart with the roses. You saw the pink curtains that I was making. That's what this is for. I mean, I did a lot this week. I did mock-ups at the start of the week. I here and there worked on my workflow organization system for the company. I did the Encapso epoxy resin trial, and then I sewed curtains. So let's get to the wedding venue. I'm already a little bit late, and let's set up this draping. By the way, I've never done draping before. They just like gave me this task this week, and because I know how to sew, they think that I know how to do draping. Never gonna say no. If they believe in me, then I believe in myself too. Like, I am a Leo. You can't tell me I can't do something. I can do anything. Remember those like princess shoes that girls would wear, like little girls would wear that clack a lot? That's what this whole thing is giving. Silence, you saw me on the emptiness. Take off. Well, if you've stuck around until this point in the video, thank you so much. I hope that if you've taken anything from this video, it's that you can't stop trying until you get that job. For months and months, nearly a whole entire year, I was so stressed about my whole 4-year degree being practically worthless. And now this is my job and this is the kind of stuff I get to do. And I honestly did have a lot of other interviews as well. People do need creatives. So don't lose hope. Keep applying, get out there, and your dream job is waiting for you. You just may not even know what it is yet. See you guys next week. Bye.